And we are live. Welcome into the Arena Gaming News morning show. So we are revived. We are back here on the Arena Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming. Burley, how you doing, man?
I'm looking pretty good since I've been revived. How are you?
I'm doing good too, man. I'm doing good. How was your Halloween?
My Halloween was not so good. I was streaming Costume Quest, and I was in costume. And unfortunately, 41 minutes in, my ISP took a shit. And my upload was bad, and I've got a scheduled tech today. But checked this morning, and now my upload's fine.
Nice. At least it's back. Yeah. I just, I mean, here in Japan, it's like, I had work during the day, and then in the evening, I watched The Shining, obviously. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love that film. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
I'm guessing the Stanley Kubrick version.
The Stanley Kubrick version. Yeah. The original, good old Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall.
You don't like the 80s or was it early 90s with the guy from Winger?
Ugh.
That one's so bad.
Yeah. And we've got some horror stuff to talk about actually on the show, on the morning show. We're going to be talking about Callisto Protocol. But of course, our topic of the show for this morning show that we're back on is about GOW Ragnarok. It's basically leaked. We're going to be talking about that, and it's like, do you care about leaks and things like that when it comes to these big games? We're going to talk about that, and of course, Marvel and EA sign a deal. We're going to talk about that. The monthly games for November for PlayStation, PlayStation Essential. We're going to talk about those as well. And Phil Spencer obviously making some comments about the Activision Blizzard deal and how it's doing. So we're going to be talking about that as well during the show. But it's great to be back here on YouTube, on the Arena Productions, doing the morning show. We're going to be doing it, of course, Monday through Friday, but of course it's Tuesday, November 1st, so we decided to start on the 1st. It'll be Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Right now it's still daylight time, but of course we're going to be moving to standard time from next week, but it'll still be going on at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So all of you out there on the Pacific, I know it's a little early for you guys, but you could also watch it video on demand later on the Arena Productions YouTube channel. So it will be on the main page and in the playlists. And of course, out here in Japan, where I am, it's actually an evening show. It'll be like 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. But out there in Europe, in the UK, for example, it'll be 11:30 a.m. for you. So it'll still technically be the morning for you. So the morning show. All right, so let's get started, Burley. Let's talk about Callisto Protocol. So I'm going to go ahead and show the image here. So, and I'm going to go ahead and show you.
No, that's too violent.
What the are you talking about? So anyway, so I'm going to show you the link here. This is the article that I'm going to read the story from. So from Polygon, Callisto Protocol proves too violent for Japanese censors. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that now, and I'm going to read a little bit of it for you. So sci-fi horror game and Dead Space spiritual sequel, The Callisto Protocol, has had its Japanese release canceled after its developer was unable to reach agreement with Japan's video game age ratings body, SERA, which is the ratings board out here in Japan. So in a translation posted to Reddit and verified by Eurogamer, the post reads, quote, "The Callisto Protocol has decided to stop the release of the Japanese version. As of now, the SERA rating cannot be passed. We have decided that we would no longer be able to provide you with the experience you need. We hope everyone in Japan will understand. If you have already pre-ordered, we will refund you," end quote. So, Striking Distance didn't comment on the reasons the Callisto Protocol failed to obtain the rating. They very likely relate to the game's violent content. SERA is known for taking a strict line on the levels of gore it considers permissible. Dismemberment, especially, is a particular taboo, particularly here in Japan. For example, 2020's The Last of Us Part 2 had all dismemberment removed from its Japanese release. as well as sex scenes edited to obtain its Z rating. So Burley, I don't know, man. I mean, I live out here in Japan, and I see a bunch of manga, like comic books that are very violent and have gory details to them. But apparently out here in Japan, it seems like when it comes to video games, they're particularly fickle about having violent scenes in them. What are your thoughts on this? I think the Japanese gaming community is being screwed over here. What do you think?
Oh yeah, you guys are getting screwed. Like, no way, two ways about it. It's sad that this is a game that is rated M for mature. Adults should be allowed to choose if this is too violent for them or not. This was just stupid. Like you said, the whole manga thing and just other things of like in Japan, you have the samurai culture, of all the dismemberment and stuff. It's like too bad.
Yeah.
Like if this game was being pushed to teens and not adults, again, I could see a little bit more, but this was to adults, and good on them, not willing to sacrifice their quality of the game. They just said no. Okay, you don't want to work with us? Fine, we're pulling it. And hi Fubu in the chat. He's saying, "Hey, we live. Welcome on into the morning show."
Yeah, welcome on in, man. Yeah, it seems like the developers also said that they have like a gore engine.
Yeah.
When it comes to the development engine, it's like a gore engine. Yeah, but yeah, I don't understand the logic to this. And so my advice would just be for all you Japanese players out there. It might be difficult for you that don't speak a lot of English or whatever, but I would just get the US version and play it. Take your time with it. If you need to use some translation software or whatever, but I mean, yeah, you can get around this basically. I mean, but yeah, I mean, like I said, mangas depict all sorts of violence and everything, like rape and murder and everything of that sort. So I just don't understand why this game cannot be sold in Japan, with an 18 plus rating on it.
Yeah, that I don't get, but I'm not from Japan nor have ever been, so I can't kind of get the culture on that.
Yeah,
this just seems, from me looking in here, this just seems like Japan wants to be like, no, you have to do it our way or you don't get your game here. And they were like, okay, you gonna play that? No, we're not playing ball. You lost our game.
Yeah.
See ya. And as I say, good on them, because they didn't want to. They have an artistic vision. They want to keep to it.
Yeah, and good on them for that. I mean, I don't think they should have to, water down a game just because somebody doesn't like, the type of violence or horror that's in it. Just don't play the game then. So I just think that, if America can have, an 18 plus rating on a game, Japan should be able to do the same. I think it should be like internationally, just the same, just have one like ratings board internationally would be cool. But then, that'll never happen, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay. So, we're going to take a quick little breather here, and then we're going to get to our next story about Phil Spencer right after this. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, so of course the Activision Blizzard deal, there's been a lot of stuff going on with that. Of course, in the UK, you've got the ratings board there. They're going into stage 2, obviously. But Phil Spencer made some comments this week. So he basically says the scrutiny of this deal is fair and warranted. I mean, good on him. Obviously a CEO, he's saying the politically correct things. So This is from Video Games Chronicle. Let me go ahead and give you guys the link for that. So here is the link.
While you're saying that, Fubu's just saying, "Oh, this is class, guys. GG. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Transition. Yeah, appreciate it, man." So anyway, this is from VideoGamesChronicle.com. So Phil Spencer claims scrutiny of Xbox's Activision deal is fair and warranted. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of that for you here. So speaking during the Wall Street Journal Tech Live event this last week, Xbox head Phil Spencer said he believed scrutiny around such a significant deal was warranted and revealed that he had been meeting regularly with regulators around the world. Quote, "It might be surprising to people, but I'm not an expert on doing $70 billion deals," in quote, he said. Quote, "But I do know that we're very focused on getting approval in the major jurisdictions, and I'm spending a lot of time in Brussels, London, and with the FTC here in the United States." Quote, "I would say the discussions have been very fair and honest. It's a big acquisition, there's no doubt. Microsoft and its role in the tech industry is a large tech company, and I do think the discussion around an acquisition of this size is warranted, and I've appreciated the time to go spend with these groups." He added, quote, "We're really focused on getting the deal approved in the markets. I'm confident in that. I was just in London last week, continue to have discussions with all the regulatory boards, and remain confident that we'll get the deal approved," end quote. So, Burley, he sounds pretty confident. How do you feel now with Phil Spencer saying this? And of course, we also got the news. They also, Microsoft and Phil Spencer have also said that Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation as long as PlayStation is a console and as long as Sony makes a PlayStation console. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I do like his comments here. And like you said, it's very CEO, the way he should be politically correct here. Fair and warranted. Yeah, and I like that he's saying, yeah, I'm not used to doing these $70 billion deals with all the scrutiny. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he has to say this. Like, there is no if or and but. He has to say a lot of this stuff because he knows if he doesn't stay in that kind of line of saying it, it's going to get used and twisted.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. Yeah. And yeah, I like that he is saying, yeah, PlayStation, we're not taking away Call of Duty. And as I've said so many times, I've lost count. They don't want to get rid of it on PlayStation because it makes too much money.
Of course.
You spent $70 billion. You want to make money back and then more money.
Right. Why would you want to take it away?
Yeah. It's not like a thing like with the I know some people bring up Bethesda. The Bethesda games on PlayStation, like they promised mod support and stuff, and a lot of it didn't happen because of how Sony did stuff that was annoying. So I get on that. That's one thing. But like Call of Duty makes so much more money than like it's easily in the top selling franchises of all time.
Right.
So it makes too much money for them to not do it.
Yeah. I'm still, and I've said this on the regular, of course, the weekly podcast that we do, the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News podcast. Go check it out in audio and video formats. Of course, the video format you can watch right here on the Arena Productions YouTube channel. I mean, I've said before, excuse me, that this deal is eventually going to go through. Whether or not it's going to take a little longer, but eventually it will go through. I mean, there are people out there that are speculating, oh, we don't know, it might not possibly go through, and Sony has been working hard to try to make sure it does not go through, but I still think it will, and I just think these comments are very reassuring, and good old Uncle Phil, he's confident, so hey, I'm gonna trust his judgment on this. And I think it's going to go through at some point, probably next year, maybe later in the year, but I think it's going to go through. So, all right. Burley, remember the last time we did the morning show? You used to fly a drone.
Yeah.
Get that controller ready again, because we're going to be flying our drone again. And as soon as the drone flight ends, we're going to get to our PlayStation Plus monthly games. The essential games for PlayStation are available for you today, from today, the 1st. So right after our drone flight, we'll be right back. All right, Burley, take it away, man. What are our November monthly games for PlayStation Essential for PS Plus?
Alrighty. So our PS4/PS5 game is Noah 2.
Noah?
Remastered.
Noah?
I don't know how you pronounce
Neo. Burley. Neo. Yes, Neo. Neo.
Neo 2.
Yeah, Neo. It's kind of a Japanese name. But anyway, go ahead, man. Neo. Yeah.
And then you got the Lego Harry Potter collection. So you're getting all 7 years. Yep. So if you're a Lego fan, you got a bunch more. Mm-hmm. And we've also got Heavenly Bodies for PS4, PS5. Cool. Discover this one looks interesting. I have not heard of this game. Mm-hmm. Until they announced, hey, this is coming.
Yeah. So with Neo, Burley, we're getting the remastered version as well, right?
Yes. Yes, for the PS5.
Right. For a PS5 version. So, yeah. Have you played Neo before, Burley?
I have not. I've seen the games in action. I've heard they are quite tough and all that.
They are, yes. I played the first Neo. I haven't played Neo 2, but it's tough. It's like a Dark Souls game. So basically, yeah.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean that's all I can say. I mean, it's like a Dark Souls game. It's classic From Software type of game. Really, I mean that's the way I look at it. So, but Heavenly Bodies. It looks kind of interesting. I'm interested to seeing what that is. But and the Harry Potter collection, I've played some of those games, so I'm looking forward to going back to those again. So yeah. But what are you most interested in this list? Is it a good list, do you think?
I think it's not bad for I would say good. If you're into the Souls game, you got your big Soul game, and getting the remastered version I'm sure is nice, because I know they added some stuff. If I'm not mistaken. And then the Harry Potter collection, so a great little fun game if you want to play by yourself or just couch co-op kind of thing.
Right.
That's nice. And then Heavenly Bodies, I'm interested to see, because this is, I'm sure, like one of those little like kind of indie games and just fun kind of chill games. So
right.
Yeah.
And basically the extra and premium games will be announced later on, so we'll bring those to you as well as will we bring them to you on the regular weekly podcast as well as of course the Xbox side of things also. So yeah, it's good stuff. All right, so Burley, we're going to take one more break, and then after that we're going to get into Marvel and EA. So good old EA.
EA games.
Challenge everything.
I missed that EA.
Oh, yeah, it's good. So, yeah, Marvel and EA make a deal. We're going to talk about that right after this, so stay tuned. All right, Marvel and EA signed 3-game deals, starting with Iron Man. So Burley, it's like you can't start a Marvel series without Iron Man being the first game, right? I mean, it's like,
you can, but
it's like they're gonna do that. So, all right, so here is the link for the story I'm going to be reading for all of you. So from IGN, Marvel and EA signed 3-game deal. starting with Iron Man, so you can go check that out there. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of that for you. So I'm going to move on here. So Marvel has entered an agreement with FIFA and Battlefield publisher EA to make at least 3 action-adventure video games based on the Marvel Comics. As reported by Bloomberg, this deal will begin with the previously announced Iron Man game from EA Motive, with all 3 games coming to consoles and PC. Though details about what's coming after Iron Man are still thin, each game will feature its own original story set in the Marvel Universe. So, Burley, what do you think? I'll say you get Iron Man first, then you're going to get like a Captain Marvel. And then after that, you're going to get probably maybe... You're not going to get Guardians of the Galaxy because we've already got that out. So, I don't know. Interesting. Maybe an Avengers title, another Avengers. I don't know. Or it could be just a singular character. I don't know. Maybe the Hulk or something. What do you think? After Iron Man.
Yeah. Iron Man is an interesting choice to start with. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Did that Iron Man VR game Sony had, did that do well?
No, not really. I mean, it kind of came and went. Basically.
Yeah, so it's like Iron Man is an interesting kind of choice. Like Avengers, out of the characters in the Avengers game, Iron Man was the character I liked playing the least. Mm-hmm. So like it's kind of weird to start with Iron Man, but mm-hmm. Hey, I'm hopeful get a decent game because I do want good games.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
I don't think they'll yet. I think they're gonna not stay away from a lot of the heroes that we already know other studios have games for.
Yeah.
So it leaves a lot less characters than you think, because you got the Captain America Black Panther game. Mm-hmm. You've got Spider-Man 2 Wolverine. Yeah. So those are
already coming. Yeah. So
Guardians Square just did. So you don't want to kind of try and do.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Yeah, I would say do a Captain Marvel game and maybe even a Black Panther game, because the movie's coming out soon. So Wakanda Forever.
Well, this game's gonna come. These games aren't coming for another 3 to 4 years.
Exactly.
Each.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, yeah. They just got announced. So. Mm-hmm.
I'm curious which studios this is going to be that does this within EA.
Yeah. Well, definitely EA Motive is going to be the one for the Iron Man game. So yeah, we shall see what else.
But, is Respawn going to get into this? Because we know they are working on the sequel to it's Jedi Survivors, the new game, I believe.
Right.
Sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. So we know they've got that, and that's supposed to be. I think they've said 2023 that game's coming.
Yeah.
So after that, it's what are they going to do? Are they going to work on another Jedi game, or are they going to get into this?
Yep. Yeah, that's right. So.
Fubu says in the chat, I would like an X-Men game. To be honest, yeah, I would like a good X-Men game.
Well, with the Wolverine game, I mean, who knows? I mean, you might get some of the X-Men characters in there as well.
You could do a classic X-Men game. Do the classic
there was a Deadpool game that came out a few years back. I remember. It was. Yeah. I played it on the PS4, but make another Deadpool game. That would be fun. But yeah, who knows? We shall see. We shall see. So yeah, let us know in the comments. What do you think? What character should they make another? Game off of after Iron Man, of these three games that they're going to be making, the next 2. What characters should they use? Let us know in the comments. We'd really like to hear from you, as well as all of the other stuff that we talk about here on the morning show, here on the Arena Productions. Leave us some comments. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell for when we drop a new episode, of course, and you'll get notified for that. So,
yes. We also do have from Fubu different X-Men unlock, different areas of the level or area. Yeah, no, I'd love to see an X-Men game. Give me a decent roster. I don't need 50 characters. Give me a good roster. Like, who knows? One of these games, because I can't remember who did them. You did have the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, those brawlers.
Yeah,
we could get a style like that. give me, you can give me different little genres for these Marvel titles as long as they're good games. I will be interested to check them out and play them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was tempted to play the Iron Man VR game. I never got around to it. I mean, it's been a while. I hate to admit it. It's been a while since I've dusted off my VR headset.
And then of course,
yeah,
I can't blame you on that with how much wires and shit you'd have to have.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, VR 2 is coming out, but I'm probably not going to be getting that anytime soon. We shall see.
Oh, I'm not going to buy a VR 2. But as I say, EA, you should look at Gotham Knights and be like, what? For those that have played Gotham Knights, you know exactly what I mean, and be like, oh my God, this was bad. We can do this better.
Yeah, and just to let you know that Burley is making a video for us for the Arena Productions off of his game time with Gotham Knights, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah,
That'll be coming soon.
I'll be soon recording the footage on that. Mm-hmm. And this one's going to be a little different. I'm just letting people know there will be slight spoilers, but I'm not like spoiling the plot really.
Right.
It's just, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a negative review.
Right. And Fubu says in the chat, I don't like VR, it gets me dizzy. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that, Fubu, especially those that play VR for a long period of time. So,
are you going to show your steel case on the video? Yes, the steelbook will be shown.
Yeah.
Because I will have some comments on that. Those are some of the positives.
Yeah. All right, so it's time for the last story in the morning show. Is going to be kind of like what we do during the regular weekly edition of the podcast. Is going to be our topic of the show. So the topic of this morning show, here it comes. You ready, Burley?
I'm ready.
You ready, Fubu? You ready, everybody out there? Topic of the show is GOW Ragnarok leaks early.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
And Fubu says ready.
Yeah. Spoilers are everywhere, so all of you out there that are going to be playing God of War Ragnarok, just be forewarned that there are spoilers out there. Maybe you've already ran into a few of them on the internet, but apparently there was a retailer. I think it was in Australia or somewhere. I don't know, but the story came from Kotaku Australia, basically. And some retailer, they broke the street date 2 weeks early, started selling the game. Yeah, I mean, really, really stupid. I mean, Cory Barlog, of course, who is, the director, he was pretty pissed off about this. And he's like, and he also tweeted, he said, right now I can really understand the benefit of having just an installer on the physical disc. I mean, that's what they should start doing. Really. I mean, because of this, that's what they should start doing with all these games. I mean, Call of Duty, the latest Call of Duty game was like 72 megabytes on the disc, on the Blu-ray disc.
Yeah.
When you get it. I mean,
and 150 gig download.
Exactly. Yeah, but hey, if they want to prevent this from happening, that's exactly what they should start doing.
Well, you know what they're going to start doing? That they may start doing that, but the store that broke the street date, and we are not going to actually say any of the spoilers because we don't want to spoil this game for anyone.
No, of course not.
I don't know the spoils, so I don't want to spoil any. I haven't spoiled.
But Fubu says in the chat before you go on, Burley, he says, I haven't seen any leaks, and to be honest, I will be avoiding it like COVID. It's a more updated version to world events instead of like the plague. Yeah, I mean, just avoid it like COVID, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Burley.
No, the store that broke the street date, because it will be found out soon, it is going to get sued up the ass.
Oh, yeah.
And it should be, because you broke street date.
Yeah.
And it's not like where store broke it 1 day early, 2 freaking weeks. Because now by the time the game comes out, these people that have played it can analyze, make all these videos and stuff. And like Sony is now and now going to have to go on defense, start copywriting, claiming these videos. And I don't like when they do this, but in the case of this, I understand it. Your game broke early. because not because of you, because of Street. Like someone, like I heard originally before this story, you showed me this story link. It was saying like people that had gotten the game early through Sony gifting them a digital copy and all that had broken it. It's like, no, it was this. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But when stuff like this happens, you know what the good thing about when this happens? This just reminds me, only go on Twitter for the tweets I need to do, and get off. Because I don't go search this shit out. I don't view my timeline. And now I'm not going to, because I don't want this game spoiled for me. This is a game I'm really looking forward to. I really enjoyed 2018's God of War.
Yeah. Let me just read for you. This is from Sony Santa Monica Studios. The message from the team. They said, as we approach launch, it is important for our studio to preserve the experience of God of War Ragnarok for players who want to enjoy the game for the first time without spoilers. We ask that you please be considerate of the many fans who do not want to accidentally see clips, gameplay, or narrative spoilers and avoid sharing them wider. And of course, the video that we're showing you here, this was from a previous trailer. We are doing our best to limit the exposure of unsanctioned footage and screenshots, but the reality is that we cannot catch everything. It says, for those of you who do not want to risk seeing anything before launch, we strongly advise that you mute any keywords or hashtags associated with the game until release day. We appreciate the support you've shown us more than we can say. We can assure you it will be worth the wait to experience the game yourself when it is released in less than 2 weeks on November 9th. Thank you from the Sony Santa Monica team. So,
Oh, they are handling it well. Like Sony Santa Monica, I do like their statement. And I really hope people don't go down this rabbit hole. You can't stop people, unfortunately. I hope. But I know there's going to be people like us, and Fubu, just staying away from all this stuff and just go, nope. You're just not looking into it.
I mean, and one more time, I'm just going to put the link for you from the story from Kotaku here. So Kotaku sometimes they have some interesting takes on stuff, but this is where it originally broke. So. But I mean, just avoid Twitter and avoid the internet and stuff, and I mean, enjoy the game. Just play the game, and stay off the internet while you're doing it. That's the only thing I can say to truly, help all of you out there that are worried about getting the game spoiled. So,
Yeah, and then we got Fubu say the smiley face. Yeah, I avoid story-related spoilers on Twitter. The only spoilers I want on Twitter is for FIFA 23 content.
Yeah, Fubu, we know you're a FIFA fan, so good old So you must like EA,
EA games challenge everything.
I think he's forced to like EA because they hold the license, I think.
Well, I have to admit, I mean, I used to love playing like the Madden, and all the sport games and stuff like that.
Back when they were good? When it wasn't a copy and paste?
Okay. It's like they're so visually realistic now, but I mean, I remember back in the 90s playing the Madden games, and they were just amazing. And the ice hockey and all that, so good stuff.
Oh, Fubu's saying I'm actually very happy that EA is losing the FIFA license. That's the one they are losing. They re-upped with the NFL, but they lost the FIFA, which is nice to see, because now it'll make them other developers will come in and can put them to task, because I do like competition. Because I remember, because who was it? There was another company. I want to say Activision, but I can't remember. That was doing sports games. That was for a while there, or was it 2K?
2K does the basketball. Yeah. So
they had competition.
The NBA 2K games.
PES from Konami. Yep. And hey, Konami's in my good books. They sent me Turtles.
Yeah. Thanks to them for doing that for us.
Yeah, no, I
Cool.
can't thank them enough.
That was good stuff. Yeah. So that's all the stories we have for you today for the morning show. So yeah, it's great to be back, Burley, and I want to thank everybody for coming in. Fubu, I want to thank you for coming in with us, and be sure to, of course, hit that like button and the subscribe and the notification bell if you have not already done so. For all of you new viewers out there that are coming in to watch us here on the Arena Productions. So we really appreciate your support. And obviously, we are now partnered here on YouTube. So obviously, of course, all of your support means so much to us as well. And of course, we also have in the chat, we have super chat, super stickers and everything as well. So if you want to definitely get your chat heard and stuff like that, you can also use that to support us here on the channel as well. So, and of course, if you can't watch us live, of course, it will be in video on demand on the Arena Productions channel, so you can watch it at any time. It'll be in the morning show playlist, and it'll be on the front page as well during the week. And of course, we also do a weekly podcast called the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast, which is our weekly podcast, in which we record on Saturdays. So we're really excited to have you here and excited to be back for the morning show, Burley.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've got a few little things here. Thank you, Fubu, who's just saying, love it here, love your content. You go very far in this industry. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, man.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
It's glad to be back doing this, the morning show. I really do enjoy this, and to be doing this here on YouTube, having the interaction with everyone. I love this. We will have also a couple extra takes I am working on. I've got Gotham Knights, I've already told you. I am doing a video on the Steam Deck, the Valve's official dock for the Steam Deck, and comparing it to another dock I have. So stay tuned. I will be recording that. I just got to get a few other things in order, and then soon enough you'll have those videos.
Yeah, and of course the extra take videos go up to our Patreon for the first 2 days early, and then of course then you'll be able to watch them on YouTube later on. So so we also have a Patreon, of course, and if you want to, of course, watch all of our content over there ad free, as as one of your perks, you can become a patron over there on Patreon as well. Patreon.com/thearena_podcast. So you can come check us out over there, and of course here on the YouTube channel, the extra takes will come after the first 2 days, but all of our other content you can watch here on the Arena Productions. And we also do, of course, Star Wars, of course, our Andor, of course, discussions and our breakdowns of those episodes are going on. House of the Dragon, which finished, we did our reactions to the final episode there, as well as the Rings of Power, and of course a Marvel series, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is coming out on the 11th, I think it is, Burley, November 11th. So
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll also be doing, of course, for our the Marvelous Marvel Discussion Arena show, we will be doing a discussion and reaction to that film as well. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, lots of content here on the Arena Productions. Just one thing I want to throw at you, Burley. It's not gaming related, but did you hear the news? Obviously, I'm sure you have. Henry Cavill is going to be leaving the Witcher series after this coming season.
Yeah, and
Liam Hemsworth is going to be taking his place. Yeah.
So yeah, we got one season of Cavill, and then I think it's like seasons 4, 5, 6, and 7 are Liam Hemsworth, because he has stated Cavill has stated he's wanted the writers.
Yeah.
He's want better writing and all that, and it's like,
yeah,
you know what? I kind of agree with him. I like the Witcher show, but some of the writing isn't the greatest. And it's like, I would like to see someone. So I like it that he's wanting to work, like get things beefed up, but they don't want to change shit. So he's like, okay, peace. I understand. If he doesn't feel the writing's good and he doesn't want to be a part of it, and he's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
And Fubu's saying, I'm so sad he's leaving. Yeah, me
yeah.
too. And Liam Hemsworth, no offense to him, I don't hate the actor, but you go from Henry Cavill to that. This guy's better bring his like AA game and have so much personality and charisma on the screen.
Yeah.
And like really good dialogue for me to want to be like, yeah, I want to sit through season 4 and all that.
There's rumor going around that they're trying to get Henry Cavill to play a Targaryen in House of the Dragon. That would be interesting.
There's that. And who was saying either the season 3 is really bad or Netflix can't pay him, because he could get time to be both Superman and Witcher. Actually did that on season 1. It's not timing and stuff. Netflix might not be able to pay him. I believe that Netflix has been in trouble for a while. And like, so that I believe, but I think it's the thing of him not liking the writing, because he's been very vocal on that. And he's been very vocal wanting to work with the writers and all that. And that I believe that they're like, Netflix is like, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. And also, I want to thank all of you out there that are watching our Star Trek Lower Decks content. We appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for your support there. We did our, of course, season 3 finale discussion and breakdown, and that was really fun to do. And we're really looking forward to more of the Star Trek content as well. Obviously, we got Picard coming in early 2023, as well as Strange New World. Hey, well, come on, Burley. I mean, it's the final season. I mean, it'll probably be pretty good. You know, I mean, it's the final season. You got the next generation.
It can't get any worse than
right.
season 2.
It can't get any worse. But anyway, so we got that coming, and then of course we've also got Strange New World season 2.
Oh, I'm looking forward for that.
Oh yeah, and of course there's going to be the crossover between a couple of the characters from Lower Decks that are going to be coming onto Strange New World. So yeah, Mariner and Boimler. So yeah, looking forward to that. Really excited for that when it comes next year. So yeah, 2023 is looking huge. We're going to have the morning show here. We of course the weekly podcast and all the other content that we're going to be bringing to you here on the Arena Production. So with that said, I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burley Gaming. We hope to catch you tomorrow, same time, of course, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Of course, next week, it goes to Standard Time, but of course, for all of you, it will be at the same exact time. But for me out here in Japan, I will be starting the recording with all of you an hour later my time. But for all of you out there, it'll be the same time. So we're looking forward to that. So so 6:30 a.m. on the east side, 3:30 a.m. on the Pacific side, and then of course in the UK 11:30 a.m. So thank you so much, and we hope to catch you tomorrow for the next edition of the Arena Gaming News Morning Show here on the Arena Productions. So take care, everyone. Peace out.
Thank you, Fubu. Bye.
Take care, Fubu. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.